And as you move deeper into this journey, you must come to terms with the truth that extraordinary results require extraordinary alignment. You cannot carry the weight of doubt and expect the rise of destiny. You cannot walk with people who mock your ambition and expect to experience the atmosphere of acceleration. You cannot speak the language of limitation and expect the harvest of expansion. To become a millionaire in 1 month, you must speak only what empowers you, surround yourself only with what strengthens you, and engage only in actions that elevate your future. Every word you speak becomes a seed. Every environment you choose becomes a teacher. Every action you take becomes a declaration of who you believe you are becoming. This month requires intentionality at a level you may have never practiced before, but this is the cost of transformation. You must understand that wealth begins the moment you stop tolerating mediocrity. It begins the moment you decide that your current financial state is unacceptable and temporary. Wealth begins the moment you stop blaming circumstances, environments, systems, and people, and you take full ownership of your future. Ownership is the birthplace of empowerment. When you stop pointing at problems and start pointing at solutions, you step into a realm where destiny begins to cooperate with you. Life does not give its treasures to the frustrated, it gives them to the focused. It does not release opportunity to the complainer. It releases opportunity to the creator. You must refuse to let excuses have a home in your life. Excuses are comfortable prisons. They feel like protection, but they are cages. They keep you safe, but they also keep you small. People who make excuses create stories that justify remaining where they are. People who create results tell stories that explain how they move forward despite every obstacle. Ask yourself which version of you is speaking every day. Is it the version that fights for limitations or the version that fights for possibilities? You cannot reach extraordinary wealth while protecting ordinary thinking. The next phase of your acceleration requires mastering your time. Time is the currency of destiny. Time is more valuable than money because money can be regained. But time cannot be recycled. If you want to become a millionaire in 1 month, you must treat time as sacred. Every minute must have purpose. Every hour must have intention. You cannot afford to waste time on meaningless conversations, unaligned activities, or distractions disguised as entertainment. You must become a steward of your hours, a guardian of your minutes, a defender of your destiny. If you do not manage your time, someone else will manage it for you, and the cost will always be your potential. You must be willing to outwork your past self. You are not competing with anybody else. You are competing with the version of you that wasted opportunities, procrastinated, delayed, hesitated, doubted, and stayed small because of fear. That version cannot survive this month. This month requires the bold version of you, the focused version of you, the resilient version of you. You must wake up with purpose and go to sleep with progress. You must stretch your mind, stretch your discipline, and stretch your commitment until growth becomes your new normal. Extraordinary success is never comfortable at first, but eventually it becomes natural to those who stay consistent. Consistency is the invisible engine behind every miracle of achievement. Consistency is not about intensity for 1 day. It is about persistence every day. You must show up even when motivation fades, because motivation is emotional, but discipline is foundational. When you operate with discipline, you move regardless of mood. You act regardless of fear. You push regardless of discomfort. And when you do something long enough, you create momentum. Momentum is the supernatural force that multiplies your efforts and compresses your timeline. Momentum is the difference between slow progress and rapid acceleration. Momentum can take the work of a year and funnel it into a month. Your vision must be clear. You cannot enter a new dimension of wealth with a blurry picture of what you want. Vague goals produce vague results. Unclear intentions attract unclear opportunities. If you want to achieve millionaire status in a month, write down exactly what you want, why you want it, and how you will step toward it daily. A written vision becomes a magnet. It pulls ideas, people, and opportunities toward your purpose. It reminds you who you are becoming. It holds you accountable when your emotions fluctuate. Those who write their vision increase their power. Those who rehearse their vision increase their speed. Those who execute their vision increase their breakthrough. Next, your mind must be protected. Your thoughts are architects. They design your reality. You must guard your mental environment from negativity, fear, doubt, and discouragement. You cannot afford to allow thoughts that contradict your purpose to live inside you. Every thought you entertain becomes a belief, and every belief becomes a behavior. When you think like a millionaire, your decisions shift, your focus sharpens, your creativity expands, and your actions elevate. A millionaire month requires a millionaire mind. And a millionaire mind is built through repetition, reflection, and reinforcement. Repeat the truth about your potential. Reflect on what aligns with your purpose. Reinforce your belief with action. You must also understand the principle of bold requests. Many people never rise in wealth because they are afraid to ask for opportunities, partnership, support, guidance, clients, contracts, or open doors. Closed mouths do not attract open doors. You cannot be silent and expect breakthrough. You must learn to ask, to seek, to knock, to pursue. Opportunity responds to boldness. Wealth responds to courage. Connections respond to confidence. One request, one message, one conversation can change your financial destiny. Do not spend this month being timid. Be strategic, be respectful, but be bold. Your gifts are your greatest leverage. Every human has a skill, talent, or strength that can be monetized, multiplied, and scaled. The tragedy is not that people lack gifts. The tragedy is that they bury their gifts under fear, insecurity, or comparison. Do not underestimate what you carry. What seems normal to you may be transformative to others. What you consider small may be life-changing to someone else. Your gift is your assignment, and your assignment carries your wealth. Spend this month mastering your gift, improving your gift, packaging your gift, and presenting your gift to the world with confidence. People pay for excellence. They pay for value. They pay for transformation. Money is attracted to clarity and confidence. When you understand your gift, package it with excellence, communicate it with certainty, and deliver it with mastery, money flows naturally. Do not chase money, chase mastery, and money will chase you. The world rewards those who solve problems better, faster, and more creatively than others. You must ask yourself daily, what problem am I solving? Who needs my solution? How can I scale this solution? How can I improve this solution? These questions unlock innovation, and innovation unlocks wealth. Another vital element is emotional mastery. You cannot create extraordinary wealth if your emotions control you. Fear will come. Doubt will come. Anxiety will come. But emotional maturity means you act according to purpose, not emotion. It means you can feel fear and still move. It means you can feel pressure and still perform. It means you can feel uncertainty and still execute. Wealthy people are not emotionless. They are emotionally disciplined. They have learned to separate feelings from decisions. This month requires emotional resilience. You cannot let temporary discomfort distract you from your permanent destiny. You must also embrace adaptation. The world is moving fast. Opportunities shift quickly. Trends in markets change. Those who adapt thrive. Those who resist change remain stuck. Flexibility is a hidden wealth principle. Your ability to pivot, adjust, innovate, and realign will determine the speed of your breakthrough. If one strategy fails, change it. If one idea slows down, redirect it. If one approach closes, open another. Do not be attached to methods. Be committed to results. Your purpose is the destination, but your strategy must remain fluid. Adaptation is intelligence, not instability. Your environment must be a reflection of your future, not your past. Clean your space. Organize your surroundings. Create an atmosphere of excellence. Your environment affects your energy, and your energy affects your productivity. You cannot create abundance in an atmosphere of chaos. You cannot think clearly in an environment of clutter. You cannot elevate your mind in a space that drains you. This month, create a physical environment that inspires you. Surround yourself with reminders of your vision, symbols of your potential, and affirmations of your identity. Your environment is a partner in your prosperity. You must also embrace the principle of stewardship. Wealth flows where trust exists. The universe does not give more to the person who mismanages what they already have. If you want more, manage well what is already in your hands, your time, your opportunities, your relationships, your finances, your ideas. Stewardship is the silent audition for abundance. When you manage well, you signal that you are ready for more. When you manage poorly, you signal that you are not prepared for promotion. This month, treat every opportunity like a seed that can multiply. Treat every idea like a doorway to expansion. Treat every connection like a divine appointment. And above all, you must awaken an unshakable internal fire. Wealth is not only a mental process, it is a spiritual decision. It is the moment you declare with unwavering conviction that you refuse to live beneath your potential. It is the moment you decide that your destiny is non-negotiable. It is the moment is above every excuse, every fear, every limitation, and every obstacle. Inside you is a level of strength you have not met yet, a level of intelligence you have not activated yet, a level of creativity you have not explored yet. This month is the month to meet that version of yourself. And as you continue to rise into the identity required for this extraordinary month, you must understand that wealth is not only built by action, but by alignment. Alignment means your thoughts agree with your words agree with your actions agree with your goals, and your goals agree with your purpose. When every part of you moves in the same direction, you generate a force that becomes unstoppable. Most people fail not because they lack desire, because they lack alignment. They speak one thing, but think another. They dream one thing, but act in the opposite direction. They want abundance, but surround themselves with scarcity. They ask for acceleration, but waste their time on trivial things. They speak of greatness, but entertain fear, laziness, and inconsistency. If you want the kind of results that shock your past and confuse your limitations, alignment is not optional. It is the gateway through which every miracle of achievement enters. You must now rise into a state of internal authority where you no longer ask your circumstances for permission. In this month, circumstances will challenge you. They will question your commitment. They will attempt to intimidate you, but you must not bow to them. You must not negotiate with them. You must command them. You must speak to your environment from a place of strength, not weakness. The moment you stop reacting to life and start instructing life, you shift into the frequency of creators. Millionaires do not wait for life to become easy. They think, act, and speak from a place of inner dominion. That is what draws wealth. That is what accelerates results. That is what transforms ordinary days into destiny moments. To become a millionaire in 1 month, you must also embrace the principle of heightened awareness. Wealth is often hidden in the opportunities people overlook. The idea that changes your life may already be around you, waiting for recognition. The partnership that accelerates your income may be one conversation away. The strategy that unlocks abundance may be buried beneath distractions. This month, you cannot afford to live on autopilot. You must be awake, vigilant, perceptive, intentional. You must observe patterns, behaviors, opportunities, and needs. The world reveals treasures only to those who are awake enough to see them. You must cultivate an alertness that refuses to miss what others ignore. And as you walk through this month, you must become a master of decisions. Decisions shape destinies, and indecision destroys them. Indecision is one of the most expensive habits a human can have. It steals time, drains momentum, and weakens confidence. Millionaires make decisions quickly because they trust their vision, their values, and their direction. They understand that a wrong decision can be corrected, but indecision keeps them trapped. You must train yourself to decide with clarity, to act with confidence, and to learn with humility. Every decision you make this month is a brick in the foundation of your future. Build with intention. Another requirement for this accelerated month is the mastery of your inner language. The words you speak become commands to your subconscious mind. They shape your beliefs, influence your emotions, and guide your actions. You cannot speak defeat and expect victory. You cannot speak fear and expect courage. You cannot speak limitation and expect abundance. Speak words that align with your future, with your purpose, with your identity. Speak like someone who expects breakthrough. Speak like someone who refuses to settle. Speak like someone who knows that wealth is not an accident, but a consequence of alignment, effort, and belief. Every sentence you release is either building your destiny or breaking it. This month will require resilience. Not ordinary resilience, but the kind that refuses to accept setbacks as final. You may try something that does not work. You may pursue a strategy that needs adjustment. You may experience moments of frustration, but resilience turns frustration into focus. You must train yourself to bounce back instantly. Do not take 3 days to recover from what you should get over in 3 minutes. Time is too precious. Momentum is too valuable. Your destiny is too important. Resilience means you refuse to be fragile. It means you refuse to let temporary obstacles create permanent delays. It means you keep your eyes on the outcome even when the process becomes uncomfortable. Your creativity must become bold. Creativity is not random inspiration. It is the skill of connecting ideas in new ways. Wealth flows to innovators, thinkers, and creators. You must look at the world differently. You must ask better questions. You must search for better solutions. You must experiment with better approaches. Creativity unlocks opportunities no one else sees. It transforms limitations into breakthroughs. It turns ordinary ideas into extraordinary outcomes. And the more you practice creativity, the more naturally it flows. Let this month be a month where you create fearlessly, think boldly, and innovate relentlessly. You must also cultivate the habit of strategic solitude. There are moments when you must withdraw from noise, distractions, and opinions to access clarity. Solitude is not isolation, it is incubation. It is where ideas mature, visions expand, and strategies refine. You cannot hear your destiny clearly if you are constantly surrounded by noise. Take time each day to sit with your thoughts, your goals, your plans. Reflect, refine. Realign solitude will sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. The world is loud, but destiny is quiet. You must quiet your environment to hear your next instruction. This month requires execution at an elevated level. Execution is the difference between the dreamer and the achiever. It is the bridge between imagination and manifestation. You must act with urgency, with precision, with conviction. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not wait for more confidence. Do not wait for applause. Move, build, create, launch, execute. When you take consistent action, fear loses its power, doubt loses its influence, and excuses lose their voice. Action attracts clarity. Action creates momentum. Action produces results. And the more you execute, the more unstoppable you become. You must treat every day of this month like an investment. Every hour is a seed. Every task is a brick. Every choice is a direction. Ask yourself every morning, what are the 3 actions I can take today that will move me closer to my millionaire month? Then execute those actions without negotiation. The consistency of these daily actions accumulate into extraordinary results. Wealth is built by small steps taken with great commitment. And when those steps are taken with urgency, clarity, and purpose, they compress time. Another essential element is humility. Humility does not mean you think less of yourself. It means you think accurately about yourself. It means you recognize areas where you need growth, guidance, and improvement. It means you are coachable, teachable, and adaptable. Humility allows you to learn faster. It allows you to accept feedback. It allows you to pivot without ego. And the faster you learn, the faster you earn. Pride slows progress. Humility accelerates it. In this month, choose humility at every crossroads. But you must also choose confidence. Confidence is not arrogance. It is assurance in your purpose, your ability, and your direction. Confidence is magnetic. It attracts people, resources, and opportunities. Confidence is the result of preparation, discipline, and focus. The more you practice your craft, the more confident you become. The more you execute your plan, the more confident you feel. Confidence grows through action. So do not wait to feel confident before you move. Move until confidence appears. You must learn to detach from the opinions of those who do not understand your vision. Some people cannot see what you see because they do not carry what you carry. Your dream is not too big. Their perspective is too small. If you allow the small-minded to influence your decisions, you will live a small life. Protect your dream from those who cannot comprehend it. Protect your ambition from those who fear it. Protect your vision from those who will never step into their own. You do not need approval to become extraordinary. You need intention, alignment, and action. This month requires a heightened level of self-honesty. You must be honest about your habits, your weaknesses, your patterns, your distractions. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. You cannot elevate what you refuse to evaluate. Self-awareness is the birthplace of transformation. When you understand where you are falling short, you can correct it. When you recognize where you are strong, you can maximize it. This month, take responsibility for every aspect of your life. Your discipline, your decisions, your relationships, your time, your growth. Responsibility unlocks power. Power unlocks possibility. You must also embrace intensity. Intensity does not mean stress. It means focus. It means bringing the fullness of your attention, energy, and potential to everything you do. It means eliminating half effort, half belief, and half commitment. When you operate with intensity, you accelerate progress. You compress timelines. You attract opportunities. Intensity is not something you wait for. It is something you activate. This month, activate it daily. Your vision must be bigger than your excuses. Your purpose must be louder than your fear. Your commitment must be stronger than your comfort. Comfort has deceived more people than failure ever has. Comfort whispers, stay where you are. Comfort says, you have time. Comfort says, there's no need to rush. Comfort says, don't take risks. But comfort kills potential. Comfort delays destiny. Comfort suffocates greatness. You must become allergic to comfort. You must replace comfort with hunger. Hunger is the fuel of transformation. It is the fire that drives you to do what others avoid. This month, stay hungry. And as you move through these days with purpose, intensity, and clarity, you must remember that the word does not reward those who are merely talented. It rewards those who are committed. Talent gives you potential. Commitment gives you results. Commitment walks through them. Talent inspires others. Commitment transforms you. The world is filled with talented people who never rise, but it is the committed who create history. Let your commitment this month be so fierce that your future cannot ignore you. You must also cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is not complacency, it is alignment. It keeps your heart open, your mind sharp, and your spirit elevated. Gratitude multiplies what you appreciate. When you are grateful for the little you have while working for the much you desire, you create a frequency that attracts abundance. Gratitude grounds you, strengthens you, and empowers you to handle success with integrity. Start each day grateful, end each day grateful, and watch your capacity for abundance expand. This month requires belief at a level you may have never practiced. Not passive belief, but aggressive belief. Belief that does not waver, belief that does not negotiate, belief that does not shrink. You must believe in your ability, your purpose, your potential. You must believe that wealth is not distant but accessible. You must believe that transformation is not slow but possible. Belief shapes perception, and perception shapes performance. When you believe fully, you act differently. You speak differently. You move differently. You attract differently, and the world responds differently. You must step into this month with the awareness that you are capable of much more than you have allowed yourself to experience. You have ignored your potential for too long. You have underestimated your abilities for too long. You have settled for less for too long. This month is your invitation to rise, to break barriers, to defy expectations, to expand your identity, to unlock your wealth, to become the version of yourself that your past kept hidden. And now, as you stand at the edge of this defining moment, you must understand that nothing about your future is waiting. Everything is responding. The universe responds to the one who finally decides, the one who refuses to shrink, the one who dares to rise. This is your moment to announce to life that you are done living beneath your calling. This is your moment to declare that your potential is no longer negotiable. This is your moment to step into the rare air of those who refuse to settle for ordinary and demanded the extraordinary. You are not pursuing wealth because you are greedy. You are pursuing wealth because you recognize the greatness planted within you. You are not aiming for a millionaire month because it is easy, but because you know it is possible when belief becomes relentless and action becomes discipline. Let this be the month you transform intention into evidence, desire into results, possibility into reality. Let this be the month you finally meet the version of yourself capable of more than you ever imagined.